Hey guys, it's Dylan with T&E Gunners. We're back today with the Arex Delta Gen 2. We're going to do a little bit of shooting today. I'm going to tell you a couple things I like about it, a couple things I don't, and then we're going to do a little bit of reliability testing. Alright, like I said, we're going over the Arex Delta Gen 2. This gun came out in January. It's priced at about $480, $520, right in there right now, which is a really good price for what you're getting in this gun. It comes optics ready, slide serrations in the front, slide serrations in the back, great texturing, Picatinny rail, slots up front, some serrations on the trigger guard here, very light pistol, light recoiling, really good trigger, just a lot of options, a lot of great qualities for such a cheap pistol. We brought a couple other guns out today to kind of compare it to. We have a Polymer 80. This is the Glock 19 size, just to compare the grip, texturing, and frame size. And then we got a Glock 17, just to have some reference as to the size. The Delta Gen 2, this is the L model. Also, this is the 4.5 inch barrel. There's also the M with, I believe, a 4-inch barrel, and the X model, which is kind of like your Glock 19X. It's, for being basically a full-size pistol, this gun is super light. It comes with 4 different grip modules, or back straps, sorry. The one that it comes with is the medium size. Also comes with an extra large, large, and a small. And the medium that it came with, I'm a medium size hand. I wear medium size gloves, not very big, and they fit perfect with this medium size back strap. So whether you're small-handed girl or a giant dude, I think any of these back straps will work for you, and you'll be able to grip this gun with confidence and probably be able to shoot it really well. It also comes with any optic mount plate that you need. So down here we got the 4 that aren't installed, and then we got the Type 2 currently on it, and we have a Swamp Fox Justice on here, which is working really well. I like this optic a lot. But really easy to mount, and it's nice that it comes with all the mounting plates just right out of the box with the gun for that $500 price. So most come with 1 or 2, or even some you have to request now from the manufacturer, which kind of stinks. So it's nice that Arex was willing to put that in the box. Also coming in the box is 2 17-round magazines, one with a +2 base plate on it. And then over here we got the cleaning kit, which is really nice. This comes in there, and you had your lock and everything in here, and some information on the pistol, which is really nice. And I was looking at this manual after I got it, and this is a pretty, I don't get too excited about manuals usually, but this manual is pretty in-depth. I don't know. I mean, for a manual, it shouldn't be that exciting, but it does have all your parts, everything you need, everything you want to know about this pistol right here, which is really nice. You don't have to do, hardly any research to know what you need to know about your pistol. So, things I love about this pistol are the thin grip. Like I said, I don't have huge hands, and right when you grab this gun, you tell it's light and really easy to present. Absolutely no issue bringing it up. It's not uncomfortable. You can get a good grip right over onto the trigger. And the texturing, I love this skateboard tape. Grippy enough, but not gonna cut your hands, not gonna make it uncomfortable when you're shooting hundreds of rounds. It's just perfect. And they got some gas pedal texturing up front and front serrations. I'm a huge fan of front serrations. So the fact that this comes with it already, and the serrations look really nice. They're not just straight, you know, typical Glock serrations. You know, they look nice. So the serrations aren't too deep. I brought out this polymer 80. You can tell the polymer 80 has a lot deeper serrations than the Gen 2 Delta does. It's still good easy to grip onto, but like this polymer 80, those slides are just made really well with really nice serrations. But definitely nothing to complain about. So like I said, the grip is fantastic. The front serrations are great to have right out of the box. The trigger is good. We were measuring it the other day, and we were getting somewhere between 5 pounds to 5.5 pounds, which is about a pound lighter than your average Glock. It was the same as the polymer 80. And you know, there's a few other guns out there you can get, like the Zev or Shadow Systems. It's going to be right in this ballpark, but you're going to pay a lot more money, and you know, you're going to get a nice trigger, maybe a more competition ready trigger, which I wouldn't say this is a competition trigger, but 5 to 5.5 pounds isn't bad. And the reset on this is great. So if you look close, it has some pre-travel, just there to there, which is nothing, absolutely no weight to it. And then right at the back, easy, crisp break. And the reset is, as soon as you let off, you're on the reset, and there it is, and then back on it. So the reset and the trigger pull, really good. You know, for this pistol, you're just getting so much for the money. If you're looking to get into something right now where everything is expensive, and this is still priced at $480, $500, I don't see why you wouldn't go with it, especially if you want to put an optic on it. So those are the things I like. I did want to measure for you guys the difference. Like I said, all we got out here today is the polymer 80, really to compare it to. This Glock 17 has a grip with finger grooves on it, so it's not really a good comparison. So let's put this in inches. So for the width, just over 1 inch on the middle of that grip. And then for the polymer 80, which is your typical, same as a Glock grip, it's 1.1 and a half. So that doesn't seem like much, but if you don't have, you know, large hands at least, it's a big difference right away when you're trying to reach for that trigger. It's just easier to get to. If you were drawing this from a holster, I would say your odds of getting the same spot every single time is going to be better with this if you have smaller hands. Now if you have bigger hands, like I said, you'll be fine with whatever. And then the depth of these grips, I want to measure that too. So like I said, I have the medium back strap on here. So we'll go from the biggest point to be fair. We have 1.99 inches there on the Delta, and the same spot is 2.1 inches on the polymer 80. So, and you're getting the same magazine capacity. You know, if you had the same size polymer 80 or Glock, you're getting the same capacity, 17 rounds or 17 plus 2, but they just made it fit. They made it fit in such a smaller package, and that's great. We'll see if that, here in a little bit, if that smaller package is still reliable. But so far, you know, I like it. So, you know, those are some things I like. We went through them kind of fast, but grip's great, trigger's really nice, and front serrations right out of the box. It is ambi with the slide release and the mag release. The mag release isn't very large, so don't really have to worry about accidentally bumping that, which is nice. So some things I don't like. What I don't like about this pistol, there's not a lot. I think this is the L with a 4.5-inch barrel, but the M and X I think are more suited for carry. So keeping it minimalistic is nice for those options, and then this is the same gun. So there's not really a lot I don't like, you know, as far as what this gun was trying to accomplish. What I don't like the most is here with the case. Probably they made this gun optics ready, but the case does not fit an optic. It's not cut. It doesn't even have a room. This isn't even a very big optic, like, but you'd have to cut this foam out and it still wouldn't really even fit right. I know that's kind of maybe not the biggest of deals, but if you're gonna make a pistol that's optics ready, just make the case a little bit bigger so that I can shut it and still have it in that foam cut. That's probably my biggest gripe. That was the first thing that annoyed me when I opened this gun up and saw that there was no cut for the optic. But other than that, and 2 mags, I mean, everyone gets upset about only getting 1 mag with their pistol, which does suck. And not only does it come with 2 mags, but it comes with an extension. So that's great. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of shooting. Make sure this pistol is working like we want it to. Oh, some issues I had at first when breaking it in was with a full magazine, it was kind of tough to rack the slide. And the recoil spring in this is pretty light. I imagine it's about the lightest they could get it to make it reliable. But I had some troubles when I was racking the slide with that slide going all the way home until it got kind of broke in and cycled a few hundred times, so that bullet just wouldn't seat all the way in. I'd have to tap on the back of the slide just a little bit to get it to go home. And I think it's due to that lighter recoil spring. So if you get this and you experience that, it's most likely just a break-in issue. So you get a few hundred rounds through it and those problems should go away. The gun will wear itself in. So let's just put a couple of shots on target here. Got this thing turned on? Yeah, okay. Lock back. Great. So let's see. Yeah, see there? We're going home great now. Absolutely no issue. So yeah, that's really all my pros and cons, what I liked and didn't like. A couple break-in issues in the box. That was all it really had for cons, and lots of pros for the money. So I know we already shot a little bit. We're gonna shoot a few more on some targets we have up here, and then we're gonna go through the gauntlet test. I'm sure a few of you saw on Military Arms channel a few years back, they did the Arex Rex 01. It was the only pistol that I remember, Military Arms channel, that passed that gauntlet test. And when the Gen 1 of this pistol came out, I was curious if it had that same reliability. And I always wanted a 01, the hammer-fired Arex pistol. I always wanted to go get one, and we went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works one day and saw they had one and checked it out. And that gun had the biggest grip of any pistol that I've ever experienced. It was huge. And there's no interchangeable back straps on it. So if you have anything smaller than a large hand, you're probably not gonna love that pistol. It's gonna be a little bit to hang on to when you're shooting, I imagine. I did not shoot it. I'm sure it's a great shooter. But after holding on to it, checking it out, it wasn't for me. And so it's nice that Arex, is making something for everyone, kind of. So they're doing a really good job. But that 01 had great reliability in that video, at least that pistol did. So I didn't get my hands on a Gen 1, but since we got our hands on Gen 2, we're going to test the reliability, see if this polymer striker fire pistol has the same kind of reliability. Something I did notice was you may be able to hear it. So there's a little bit of slop in the slide, which, you know, may be good for us. This gun, you know, isn't a precision handmade pistol, but I just wanted you guys to know that there is, you know, a little bit of slop in that slide. Once you have the mag in there, it does seem like it's maybe a little tighter. You know, maybe it pushed on that polymer a little bit. It's a little tighter now, but, you know, when we were comparing it to the Polymer 80, there's absolutely no slop in that Polymer 80. This Glock's slightly used. It's got a little bit of slop, but not any more than the Arex. So we'll do a little bit of shooting here real quick. Then we're gonna load up some mags, and we're gonna take the red dot off of it to go through the gauntlet test, because we're not testing the optic, and so we're not gonna beat it up today. So once we get that done, and after we shoot these targets, we'll come back and we'll go through that with you guys, and we'll see what happens. We'll go over here to some of our bottles, see if I can actually hit them. Or if I put one in the slide, how about? All right, now we got a helmet on our target over here, a watermelon helmet. See if we can get that guy. Oh yeah. And we're out. Bummer. Oh, we got one more. I want to hit that watermelon one more time. Maybe we can knock it off. Probably not. See there? There we go. That's the issue we were running into. Mag's fully inserted, and just sometimes we had some problems going into battery. You just push on the slide a little bit, it goes home. So maybe it still needs a little bit more breaking in. There we go. We got her. Sweet. All right, we're gonna be back in just a sec, and we'll go through the gauntlet test. All right, guys, we're gonna get to the gauntlet test, but there's one more thing that I forgot to mention to you that I thought was really important. I remember talking just a few months ago with the other creator of this channel. He's this really beautiful guy named Ryan. You guys should comment and tell him how pretty he looks in his video of him taking down and cleaning his Polymer 80. We were talking about how nice it would be to have a pistol where you didn't have to pull the trigger to disassemble it, just in case, you know, you missed a round. You know, that one time out of a million. We know we're all safe here in the gun community. We try to do the best we can, make sure the gun's unloaded, but in that one time, what if there was a round in the chamber? How nice it would be to have a gun where you didn't have to pull the trigger to disassemble. And we get that with the Delta Gen 2. So I'll show you guys, and don't do this at home. We're on a range, we're in a safe area. You know, even though you don't have to pull the trigger, we're still gonna be safe about this. So if we put a round in the chamber, so now we're loaded, you can see our chamber indicators up here. We're going to disassemble this gun with the round in the chamber. Disassembles just like a Glock, except for our slide pulls right off our frame without us having to pull the trigger. And there is a round in the chamber, and we're safe. So we're going to reassemble this, and it doesn't slide on, it just kind of, you find the slots in the slide, and it kind of just pops down, and then you're back on. And we're still loaded, cocked, and ready to go. Speaking of cocked, we have a nice cocking indicator on the back here. If you're ever holstering, this thing kind of pops out, and you can feel it on your thumb as you're putting it in. So that's a nice little feature. It doesn't affect the gun at all, but it's nice to have. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do our elements test. We're gonna go with water. First, we're gonna shoot 8 rounds through all four of these. And what we're shooting is just this ammo incorporated range ammo, really cheap stuff because that's all we can afford. So we're gonna do 8 rounds of each. We're gonna go water, and we got some dirt, we got sand, and we got mud. And we're probably gonna dump some of this dirt into the mud just to give it a little thicker consistency, just to really test this pistol. All right, we got one in the chamber. We're gonna dunk it in the water. Woo, we don't fall. Set it in there so there's no bubbles. All right, no problem with water. We're not gonna rinse this off. We're just gonna go straight through the mud, sand, and dirt, so it's gonna get filthy, especially because it's already wet. All right, we're gonna put it in, and we're gonna throw the mud on top of it. We're not gonna take it easy on this pistol. All right, take it off just a little bit. It's covered. Dang. We'll shoot the last one. We got one more in the mag. Lock back. Perfect. All right, got another mag. It's our extended one. Get it out here. Went forward. Great. Into the sand. All right, this is gonna be tough. That's a lot of sand, and it is already wet and muddy. All right, we're not messing around here. All right, there we go. All right, it is caked. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's caked with sand. It's in there. Dead trigger on. Okay, it's just not going into battery. All right, so we had, I think, 5 out of 8. We had 1 dead trigger, and then 4 or 5 failures to go to battery. Dump a little bit of this dirt in here. Get stick out of there. All right, so it's still running though. It hasn't completely failed. All right, completely submerged in the mud. Filthy. Are we gonna make it? I don't know. It's disgusting. There we go. Last round. You can see it's the last round. It is. That one's not gonna go. Magazine's disgusting. Well, that's not no issues. Like the 01. But it fired. It went bang. You know, for all you Glock guys out there, it went bang every time. We did have to tap the slide a little bit. That trigger's still a little gritty. Did have to tap the slide a little bit to go into battery, but it fired, so I want to see if it cycles through we'll load up one more magazine here really quick. You guys can watch me load up the mag with my really cute Maglula mag loader. Because if you have a yellow one, no one wants to steal it. So that's why we got it. We'll just do a few rounds, 7 or 8 or something. That's good. We got 8 rounds, perfect. All right, rinsed off, no cleaning, still wet. Same mag we used in the sand and the mud. Right in. And lock back. Sweet. Awesome. Well, maybe. What do we got here? Oh, we just got a little bit of sand in our mag release. Okay, so that's fine. There we go, still locks. So, there. Now, if any of you had the same question I did, is the Arex Delta Gen 2, can't speak for the Gen 1, but is the Gen 2 as reliable as the 01? At least the one that Military Arms Channel had. No, it's not. But I wouldn't be afraid to carry this. Or, you know, use it in competition even, you know, if you were a beginner and this is what you wanted to use. I think this gun is going to do the job for anybody who's a normal person, who's not, you know, in warfare, trying to, you know, dive and duck through all kinds of environments. For most people, this is going to do a great job. Showed you here. I mean, it doesn't get any more real than that. So I hope you guys liked this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell Ryan how pretty he is and that you want another video from him, please. And let us know what else you want to see. I know we haven't put out a video in a while, and we've only put out a few total. We're a pretty small channel, but this is what we love, and we want to do more of it, but we want to do what you guys like. So just let us know if there's something you want to see, you know, whatever. We'll try to do it. Like, we pay for all of our ammo, all our targets, everything. We pay for all of our mud and sand. It's expensive. So you let us know what you want to see, and we'll do our best. Thanks for watching T&E Gunners. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.